Hey Libra, it's Caleb's Tarot. How are you guys? Oh, dear, sip of my coffee. Right then, let's get stuck in. I've got a new deck. This one is the Power of Love Activation cards by James Van Prague. So I'm going to use these as like a theme for the month. Now, I know I'm starting halfway through, so a lot of shit's been going on this month. So been a bit behind, but for some of you this may resonate, like for what you've already been through throughout the month, but for others you may find that it just sort of resonates for this last half of the month, but we'll see. So theme for the month for Libra before we get stuck in. Libra, sun, moon, rising, Libra. Compassion, Libra. There you go. It says you demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love. I like that. I do. Right, let's just pop this round a little bit so you can see. Right then, let's get stuck in. 5 card spread for Libra for June. Love for June. Libra 2019. Libra 2019. June. Real good shuffle. Feels like they need it. Libra. Sun, moon, rising, Libra. Love for Libra. 5 card spread for Libra. Let's cut the deck and get stuck in, Libra. And see what's what for this time period. So, central issue, the 3 of Swords. So, you tend to, in the upright, it's a fresh wound. Seems like you guys have got your fingers burnt. The reason why, the 2 of Swords reversed. It's a solid decision that leads to heartbreak. The recent past is the Hermit. I'm wondering if you guys have chosen to step away from love. And I'm wondering if ultimately, if you can't bring yourself to either search or give someone a chance, you may be breaking your own heart. In the process, like, you know, for some it's supposed to be loneliness. For others of you, your health, there may be something going on health-wise that sort of you feel restricted in a way. What's crowning you is the 6 of Wands. It's that wanting that attention, wanting that recognition from someone. Coming towards you is the 8 of Cups reversed. That refusal to sort of walk away from the path that you should be on. Like, or should I say the path that you put yourself on. Not should be on, put yourself on. It's a very lonely existence, this is. It's like wanting attention but not prepared to put yourself out there to get it. Let's clarify this a bit further. The story may change. We'll see. What was that? The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Even if you've put yourself out there in some way after a period of having a time out, I still have this bad case of timing going on. It's the wrong time. Why? Because there's something going on here. It's either a broken heart that's residual, that you've just never gotten over, but then again, it's in the upright. This tends to be a fresh wound, you guys. It's either health problems, it's either broken heart from the past that you keep reliving in some way. Maybe it's repetitive. You keep putting yourself back in a situation where you get yourself heartbroken. And I'm wondering if now you're sort of actually accepting your part in why this keeps happening. Maybe you're going wrong somewhere. Maybe you're making a mistake somewhere. You know, maybe there's a repetitive cycle going on and you're actually looking at it and thinking, right, where the hell am I going wrong? It's not that there's anything wrong with you personally, but the way you may be going about love, there may be a flaw there. I'm not going to rule that out, Libra. So with the root, I've got the Knight of Chalices. So this is jealousy. This is a bit clingy. This is a bit needy. Maybe you attract clingy, needy people. Maybe you are clingy and needy. And a bit jealous as well. That's really what the Knight of Cups is when it's reversed. And this is like the reason why you're taking this time out now. It's not that you're emotionally detaching, I suppose, from finding someone. It's just you're detaching because you know you've got some flaws. Or whether this is you or whether this is you attracting people like this. And there is that flaw there that you're very much aware of at this time. Let's clarify your recent past. The King of Cups. So this is unconditional love for yourself. This is why you took time out into. This is so you can rebuild emotionally, because don't forget, the kings are the masters of the suit. And when you think about the cups, they're all about emotions. And this really is the master of emotions. So this is regaining emotional stability. This is actually recognizing unconditional love, being able to give love unconditionally, being able to receive love unconditionally. And that's the reason why some of you have taken the time out in the past, because this is what you truly want. You're sick of the fair weather shit. This is what you truly want moving forward. That's why this time out had to happen. Repetitive cycles that it always ends in tears, doesn't it? And the root, don't forget, the past is going to be connected to the root as well. And this is actually deciding that you either need to fix those needy, clingy, jealous behaviours, or you need to fix the fact that this is what you're attracting. And try to recognise the signs of toxic people sooner than you have been. I want to say as well, with any cup in the reverse, an element of emotional manipulation can play a part too. So, right. In crowning, High Priestess reversed over that Six of Wands. So, it's wanting attention. And I suppose in a way, the High Priestess in the reverse could sometimes indicate secrets coming out. She can sometimes indicate intuition's not quite where it should be. And I feel like that's more so the case here. It's like your intuition's not quite where it should be, because maybe you're not picking up on the reason why you have had this Three of Swords moment sort of lingering here. It's like you want attention, but you're still not putting yourself in the right place to get the right kind of attention. It's like it's the wrong kind of attention that you've been receiving. Let me clarify that crowning one more time. The Hangman, yeah. Not only does the Hangman, indicate, look, we're hanging around, we're not quite making a move here, we're just quite happy just calling things off, but also it can indicate the fact that he's hung because of his ideas, because of what goes through his head. So some of you guys could be afraid to speak your mind a little bit here. It's almost like you want to give somebody a chance, but even when you see red flags, you're afraid to pull them up on it, because you're just so hoping that this is the one. And then when it turns out they're not the one, you know, this Three of Swords, it's like a never-ending cycle, you know, especially the wheel in the reverse. It's a never-ending cycle. It's very repetitive. It's almost like you're not pulling up red flags when you see them at the time you should be pulling them up, for fear that you're going to lose this person when they're not even worth keeping. You know what I mean? Right, outcome, Ace Pentacles. It's not bad. Strength in the reverse. Could be pride in the way. The Sun in the reverse. A lack of clarity. Yeah, I see you guys entering into something. That's why it's showing up. That's why this past shit is showing up. Three of Pentacles. You're not learning. You're not learning. Look, they're saying you should be walking away from something here when you're not. Eight of Cups reverse. Offers being made prematurely through temptation. No clarity. Why? Because you're not learning lessons from the past. You're giving somebody else a chance here who doesn't deserve it. I'm just saying. And it's almost like this compassion card. You know, this really does fit this reading. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're showing compassion to the wrong damn people. For some of you, you're just wanting, it's almost like you're in love with love. And even though you've tried to fix your own issues in the past, you still can't deal with anybody else's issues in the correct way, i.e. pulling them up on it, i.e. saying what's on your mind when you see bullshit. Intuition's not quite right. You're not picking this up when you should be. You know, repetitive cycles of heartbreak. Why me? Why me? Why me? All right, we can't do anything else about anybody else's behaviour. What you can do is address your own behaviour moving forward, i.e. not keeping your trap shut because you're scared to lose someone who you probably shouldn't be in your life anyway. But also, it's almost like you've been alone. You don't want to be alone. We're in love with love. We wear heart on sleeve. We want to show somebody compassion. We want to give somebody a chance. And they fucking don't deserve it. And I'm not saying this to anybody who's not aware of the red flags. It's almost like you are aware, you're just not pulling it up when you should be. Hence why you keep hitting the dead end that you do if you're single. If you're coupled and happy, you shouldn't even be coming to a tarot reading for guidance and advice, if I'm honest. But for others of you, it's just haven't resonated. These messages just aren't for you at this time. You know, check out your mini horizon or go see if another reader's got the right messages for you at this time. But obviously, if this has hit on a little bit and you're going through these repetitive cycles of picking up and entertaining douchebags and you're wondering why, I think Spirit's just trying to give some of you a really harsh wake-up call here to say there's nothing wrong with giving someone a chance. But when they fuck that chance up and you say nothing, you're just as much to blame for any heartbreak or heartache that comes out of it. You know what I mean? It's like you build a rod for your own back. Look, I've got expressing love here willy-nilly. Refusal to sort of speak your mind because you think you love them, but you're in love with love, so obviously that's, you know, let go of control this. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. That's all you have been doing. You've got no control over the situation because you keep thinking it's going to get better on its own. Look, clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. If you want the real deal, you're going to have to get tough, Libra. You're going to have to accept that there are a shitload of frogs in the world that will probably take advantage of you, that will play on your emotions, you know, and that will prey on the fact that you are vulnerable. That Three of Swords screams vulnerability to me. So you are going to face people like this. Because not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. Not everybody who says they love you actually does. And in some ways, I think it's that naivety that you are having to come to face with right now. Is to say, right, here's where we've been naive. Here's where we've given chances where we shouldn't have. Here's where we've not pulled up on bullshit when we should have. Moving forward, if I see a fucking red flag, I'm going to fucking tell him. And then you've got the decision to make once you've heard this person out. Because it's the thing, if you don't confront, you will never know the truth. And I think, personally, and it's because I know a few Librans, my mum's a Libra. And I know you guys have got the power within to smell a rat a mile off. But when you've got those rose-tinted glasses on, you're not smelling shit. You're not. And it's where you take those rose-tinted glasses off and you start wising up a little bit. And stop giving compassion willy-nilly where it's not deserved. And instead put that compassion where it should be deserved. That's why they're saying, clearly decide what you want. Because the true essence of honesty and loyalty within a relationship is there to be had. That's an indication that something's there to be had. But not if you keep giving chances to those that don't deserve your time, your effort, it just not, no, it just doesn't, no. So that's where they're saying, take that heart off your sleeve for just a hot second and actually assess situation. It's like an interview, isn't it? It's like when you first start dating someone. Treat it like an interview. If they don't like the fucking interrogation, there's the door. If they want to prove themselves to you, they will make the effort. If they don't, they will fucking bail. And you need to ask them the question, what do you want, Libra? What the hell do you want? Do you want somebody who's going to keep taking the piss, or do you want something real? It's that simple. It really is that simple. And I've got some comments on here, but because I've got my phone on a stand, I can't really see the comments at the moment, but I will read over them later, you guys. I'm going to leave it there, you guys. I know this sounded harsh. I know this sounded really harsh. But you know what? It's like I just feel intuitively guided to say it as Spirit wants me to say it. Like I say, for some of you, this ain't going to resonate for jack shit. If that's the case, check out your Moon Horizon or go see if another reader on YouTube. Plenty of decent readers might have the message for you at this time. But if this has hit home, this is your wake-up call. This is the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God. You know what I mean? And let's just put it like this, you know, at least as a reader, I care about who I'm reading for. That's why I relay the messages as I see them. Some of you guys want to start worrying when I don't care, when I don't give a shit, and I just tell you what I think you want to fucking hear. Right. Anywho, I love you all, and nothing but faith in you guys that if you're going through this, some of you are actually going to start changing this up a little bit, which is a good thing, trust me. Right, if anyone wants personal reading, feel free to email me. But in the meantime, guys, wish you all the best. Take care.